What's going on, guys? Zuko back with another Shadowlands video. Sorry, I'm probably yelling once again. I'm stirring my coffee. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a good day. Whatever you had to do today, I hope you're having a blast. Hope you're playing some WoW, get into some Mythic Plus dungeons, drinking some coffee. That's the most important thing, actually. We got the fox, the white fox today. Oh my gosh, that's good coffee. Okay, what are we talking about today? We're looking at Prot Paladin. We tanked a plus 14 Sanguine Depths, as you probably already know, and I want to walk you through the video. We're going to go through. This is a particularly rough week to tank dungeons. It just is. Like it's just not a good week to be tanking because of Necrotic, right? So if you don't know, let me just go in here really quick and we'll look at it. Necrotic melee attacks apply stacking blight, which does damage over time and reduces healing and absorbs, including shields received. Okay, so the other two have, like, everything else is fine. Tyrannical is actually kind of whatever. Spiteful is really annoying, but it doesn't really matter. But this week tanking is like really rough. It's just really really rough. So let me jump to Chrome really quick, and here's the video we're gonna look at. Oh, let me pause. We're not quite there yet. Let me go over to here. We're just gonna look at Necrotic really quick. I want to read this to you because it's important to understand this point right here. Melee attacks apply stacking blade over time, reduces healing received. Successful melee attacks will apply the debuff. The enemy has to hit you, okay? If they don't hit you, they don't actually put the buff on. The only way to stop a buff from being a debuff from putting the necrotic debuff, the only way to stop it is to dodge or to parry. Blocking does not count. Blocking just reduces the damage that the melee attack does to you, right? So if we go back to here, we can look at, I have lots of block on this guy, on this gal. Mastery, my block is at 42%, and it reduces the damage I take by 34%, but I cannot block a necrotic stack from being put on me, period. There's things like AMS from DK that can stop it. Magic shields can stop the damage of it, but not the application of it. Only dodges and only parry. So I have 21% parry here, and I get 3% dodge. So this is not a dodge tank. So like, there's parry tanks, which are the strength guys. You've got warriors, paladins, DKs. They all parry. Then you have the agility tanks, which is DH, monk, guardian, druid. Is that it? I'm missing an agility tank. I can't think. Anyway, I think that's just the three. They all dodge. They have a really high chance to dodge, and I think obviously demon hunters also get to parry, so they kind of get both. But important to understand that you cannot block a necrotic stack from being put on you. You can just block the damage that it does, and then let's just go over here really quick to the Warcraft logs. This is the dungeon that we did. I want to just look at this information really quick. So this is really cool. You can look at the information here, and you can see that I blocked about almost 40% of all the incoming hits. I got hit about 900, almost 1,000 times, and I blocked almost 40% of them, which is a really, really good damage reduction. The enemies, I mitigated a whole bunch of other stuff. So mitigated means that you took no damage from it, or you reduced the damage that you took from it. So I parried about 300 hits, which means no necrotic stacks were added to me because I parried the attack. And then I dodged about 36 other attacks. My dodge is obviously terrible, my paladin. So interesting stuff to understand, that those are stats that you want to like pay attention to when you're running your dungeon. When you're tanking on necrotic week, you have to parry or you have to dodge, which is why a lot of the strength tanks aren't really um a lot of people don't like to have them on high necrotic weeks. Like if you're doing a plus 20 or above, you have to mitigate them other ways. So how else do we mitigate necrotic? I'm just going to go over this really quick before we get into the dungeon. As a paladin, you have final stand, so you can press divine shield, and that's going to AoE taunt everything around you. Usually when you divine shield, you become untargetable, but this final stand lets you taunt everybody, and it will drop all your necrotic stacks when you press divine shield. You can bop yourself and have a bop macro, which I didn't do in this dungeon because I don't have that macro set up, but you can bop yourself, which will clear all your stacks, and then you can get rid of the bop because otherwise all the enemies are going to go target something else. You have to do it very fast. It's a difficult one to do. You can do those two things, and then you can, of course, be Kyrian, which I'm not Kyrian right now, I'm Necrolord, but if you go Kyrian, you get access to the potion, the Phial, and the Phial will clear all your necrotic stacks. So when I did this dungeon, I was Kyrian, and I took Mechanicos, and for obvious reasons that during this necrotic week you kind of have to go Kyrian. It's almost a must. I mean, it's like there's no other real good choice for Prot Paladin anyway. Kyrian is like by far the best, um, and it's just so good. Let me just run over here really quick and switch to it just so I can show you. What was the build that I was running? I was going Holy Shield and First Avenger. Those are the main ones that you want to think about. I also did Hand of the Protector, which I think is so much better than Light of Judgment of the Light, and I'll explain that in a minute. But let me just, if you take, obviously, Kyrian, you're going to get Divine Toll, which throws out a whole bunch of Avenger shields, which works with this talent, First Avenger. Avenger shield hits 2 additional targets, and it gives you an Absorb shield for 100% of the damage it does. That works with Divine Toll. So Divine Toll just throws, like, 5 Avenger shields out, and then they all bounce around. Because of Holy Event, or First Avenger, they bounce 2 additional times, and then you get an Absorb shield. Like, if you look at the overall healing that I did in this dungeon, look at First Avenger. Oh, that's damage. Let's go to healing. Healing done. 4.1k. Look at First Avenger. It did almost 20% of my healing. So like, you go Kyrian, you take First Avenger. I took Holy Shield because I wanted my block to be higher so that I could just, I think in Mythic Plus this is a must. You want high block in Mythic Plus because it just drops. You're getting so many mobs hitting you all at the same time, and I had a 42% chance to block, which reduces the damage I take by 34%. Very, very strong. So Final Stand gets rid of necrotic stacks. The Kyrian Potion gets rid of necrotic stacks, right? This Phial of Serenity here removes all disease, poisons, curses, and bleeds affecting you, and it removes it. So that's how I got rid of my necrotic stacks. That's the build that I was running. I was going with Mechanicos, of course, to get the extra damage, and also I took reactive retrofitting for the extra shields, which is very good. That's my build. That's kind of what I went into this dungeon with. That's the Phial here with Phial, and you with Divine Shield Bubble, and you can clear with Bop, which I didn't do. Otherwise, you just run away. That's the only other way to do it, right? That's it. That's what I would say. I think you should really take Holy Shield. I think Blessed Hammer is not needed in Mythic Plus. You don't need to generate holy power. You know, that's really for like raid bosses when you have nothing to hit and you need to generate holy power. You can do with Blessed Hammer, but Holy Shield is amazing. So that's it, guys. Let's switch over. Let's run into the dungeon. I'm gonna get it started here. I want to show you this first pull, so I'm gonna get my notes up again. I'm gonna move this over here, and I'm actually gonna let me just kill WoW real quick, and then just so I can be looking straight at you guys. So, here's what we're doing. There's my notes. We're doing a Sanguine Depths 14. I just wanted to run it to give you guys a sense of what to do on a necrotic week as a tank.
I couldn't fix it, so.
So you're not gonna be able to see if you have marks or not? I want to do an honorable mention to Hero. Hero's with me in this dungeon. He's running the Venthyr Monk, Venthyr Windwalker Monk, and a lot of people don't think that Venthyr is any good on Windwalker Monk. I want you to see the kind of damage that he does in this dungeon. It's very good. It's completely fine. It's actually awesome. This first pull is pretty big. You're gonna watch that. Another quick thing I just want to mention with this Captain America Avengers Shield build. You want to get your shields out early before the necrotic stacks get on you and start reducing your incoming healing and incoming absorbs. If you do your Divine Toll right away and do your Avenger's Shield right away, you'll get the shield before they start reducing the value of the next shield that you're going to get. Does that make sense? One of the Avenger's Shield Legendary that has a chance to reset the shield, 35% chance to reset. I think it's amazing, and it obviously works really well with the first Avenger talent.
Damage.
Oh no! That's tragic. Hero is Venthyr, so he's going to get the urn.
Yeah, exactly. I'll get the urns and you'll do the damage.
Yeah. So he's doing 34k here. Look at this. The damage is really good. This is his burst. He has the Venthyr Legendary as well. And in 9.2, it's just going to get better because you can have the Venthyr Legendary plus a regular Legendary. He's just like pumping damage here. This is what he can do. So I clear my stacks. Let me just go really quick. 28, 29 stacks. Look at my stacks. 32,
Yeah.
35. You're unhealable past like 30 stacks. Like you just can't get. I think it's 33 is the exact number, but you can't be healed anymore. That's just the bottom line. The healing yourself stacks once you get to 30. I choose to bubble here. I'm at 40 stacks, 45, 46. I
I'll
pop
get the
Divine
errands
Shield
and you'll do the damage.
just to get rid of them because you might as well. You just get that on cooldown. I also have the talent that reduces the cooldown 3-minute cooldown instead of a 5-minute cooldown. That's essential for this week if you're gonna tank as a Prot Paladin. Hero's doing 32k.
Paladin's so stupid, man. It's just so good.
Do these things give us what's this called?
They do not give stacks of necrotic, no. Just thankfully.
No, I meant the you know, the bonus from putting them in the urn or whatever.
Oh, they do, yeah.
That's cool. Like you could drag them in potentially.
So that is true. If you kill Spitefuls in the urn, you will refresh. If you're at 9 stacks of the urn buff, you'll just refresh
you
your
drag
stacks.
Spitefuls in, absolutely. Yeah.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah,
get
it's
to my
pretty
notes.
cool.
Just let me know if you need a ring
Yeah.
to run out.
Let me skip ahead. We're gonna pull the Tormentor onto a couple of other mobs. I should have pulled bigger.
I'm ready for Billy, aren't you ready? I gave AoE, more AoE for you, this is what you want.
This is what you wanted.
So this is what you should do. If you have something like a monk, a Windwalker monk, and this rogue is also doing very well, every class wants to do AoE damage. So if you're a tank, you need to pull AoE. There's these Tormentors. This is not a fortified week, so we should absolutely pull the Tormentor onto other mobs.
Well,
It's
okay,
really
like-
essential that you do this.
Oh, he's got Dark Pact or whatever.
This guy's rough.
Is like really upset.
I'll keep walking you. Keeps giving me a shield, so. This guy is just the worst one because of the healing reduction. So awful.
Yeah, this Tormentor really sucks. But anyway, you're going to see throughout the dungeon, I'm going to be pressing Word of Glory on other people a lot. There's 2 reasons for that. One, I have the talent that makes it do 250% more healing. So I can like full heal people, and you're going to see that. Number 2, I have the conduit that gives me a shield called Shielding Words. Whenever I Word of Glory anything, depending on how much I healed, it'll give me a shield. So it's like, it's just worth it for me to always be wogging other people.
There we go.
Yeah. He's all good. It's all
Let's
good.
skip ahead. Next big pull, 408. We shroud through here.
I'm Papega. That's true. Truer words have never
True.
been spoken.
So this is what I'm talking about. Get your shields up early. I already have 6 stacks of Necrotic, which is 12% less healing and absorption. I need to press Divine Toll right now to get the shield up so that I don't, so that later it's going to be useless later.
I really want to pull both these packs, but I'll be good.
There's my Divine Toll.
I was actually watching. I wanted to see if I could stop necrotic stacks from.
I haven't taken any damage yet.
You can't really, which is
That's how
annoying.
much shields I got.
Block I think helps, but not shields,
Right. Yeah.
which kind of sucks, but whatever.
So I actually was under the impression that block could stop a necrotic stack from adding to, and it doesn't. I was very sad to find that out, but block just reduces the damage that the enemy does to you, but it will not stop necrotic stacks from being put on you.
Yeah. I think obviously your level 15 talent is pretty solid for that.
Yeah, like I mean, I just want to be invincible, you know.
Here's the boss pull. 550. It becomes really clear to us here that
This
the
is
Disc
tyrannical,
Priest,
so that's kind of crappy.
I didn't even know we had a Disc Priest until now. He isn't doing a lot of damage, so we're kind of confused. Disc Priests have to heal through Atonement. He's kind of just healing people without doing Atonement stuff. Anyway, you'll see.
Sure.
The Disc Priest has done 0 damage on this boss fight so far. He's not even on the meter.
Our rogue should do fine, or the DK should be good, right?
Oh, hopefully. Oh, we have a disc priest that's doing 0 damage. Okay, there we go. Like, wait. Wait a
Wait.
second.
So like I know that a lot of disc priest healing in Mythic Plus is a lot of Shadow Mend, like which is a targeted heal, but they do a lot of atonement healing. This guy was obviously just very inexperienced. So a couple things I want to note right off the bat. We have no heroism at all, no lust in this dungeon, and no battle res. I have an engineering battle res, but that's it. We don't. Oh, sorry. We actually have the DK battle res. I should mention that. He wasn't really using it, and he wasn't on comms with us, so we couldn't like organize the battle res. So it might as well not have been there, basically. But yeah,
Wait.
this boss fight goes well. I'm not going to stop here. We're going to move forward. The Disc Priest isn't really doing very well, and it's clear that the DK was a Night Fae. DK, watch my healing here. Boom, top that guy.
That doesn't do that much damage. I can heal everybody. I think I could.
Top that guy. Look, I just took the DK for. Look at the DK's health. The DK. The DK's at 25. 23k.
Damage. I can heal everybody. I think I could.
I full heal him. I hit him for 35,000. That's what the talent does. That lets you wog people. It's insane. It's so good. And then it gives me a shield on top of that. So it's so efficient.
I want to try one of these.
Anyway, there's gonna be more examples of healing moving on. I'm gonna move forward because this boss fight's kind of boring. It's tyrannical. Let's go to 1030. Here we go.
This DK with the Death Pact, I'm loving.
So we kill Sagidon, if you will, and we get to the Overseers. You might want to pull 2 Overseers at the same time, but we didn't because I didn't know this group very well. I just knew Hero.
It's kind of weird, but I'm loving it.
Also, I forget to use Blessing of Protection.
All right, here we go.
To negate the Overseers.
Too much more than just these 3, and then we'll pull more into the urn.
You can negate the Overseer's chain mechanic with Blessing of Freedom, and I completely forgot that. I'm an idiot. So remember, you have those tools.
If you wanna, yeah, I'll pull
I'll get
more
the
in
urn in
a
a sec.
But we're just
I'll
gonna.
get this.
We can't do 2 Overseers at the same time. It just doesn't work.
I'm gonna get the urn now.
Okay.
Here comes Dread Bindings. I need to freedom somebody, and I forget to do it every time. I feel like an idiot now. I'll remember now.
Just wait there. Oh, there's more. Never mind.
The patrol pack comes. We've got the urn open, which is good. I think the Spitefuls die here. Buffs, there's 4, there's 5. And then we'll get the rest of the buffs from these guys. So again, use Blessing of Freedom here. I should have used it. I don't know why I forgot. But
These guys just died, man.
Hero's doing big damage.
Yeah, we're doing.
Let's go to the next pull here. We go around the corner to this Overseer.
It's so good.
Watch what happens.
It's just like on the brink of death. It's like bing. Oh, whoops. Did I pull both? I did. Oh yeah, let's do this.
That's what you want to hear. Your tank go whoops.
This is gonna be nasty.
Yeah, I'm sweeping now.
Watch my healing in this fight. I shouldn't have pulled both, but actually, now that I think about it, it's actually not that bad to pull both. As long as everybody knows you're pulling both, it's completely fine.
Dread bindings.
I bop Hero, because he's doing damage.
Do I have to get out of this? Is that a magic thing?
Yeah, you gotta get out of it, yeah.
I heal Hero. Look at that. Look at that really quick. Look at my health.
Do I have to get out of this? Is that a magic?
Okay, I clear my necrotic stacks. I have really low health. I'm going to heal Hero and watch the shield that I get.
Yeah, you gotta get out of it, yeah.
Look at that shield. That's what the conduit. It's just a conduit, man. It's like it really you can lean into this healing playstyle so much with this build. I love it.
We just need to kill the oppressor. That's really important. Spitefuls, can you bounce them?
I can. Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. That'll do.
I keep healing Hero. The hero's dead, or the healer's dead, right? So I'm healing, which is perfectly fine with the Prot Paladin. It's ridiculous how much healing you can do. Doing 5.4k HPS. I have 35 stacks of necrotic. I can't clear my necrotic stacks anymore, so.
Oh, I don't have potion. Interesting. I can't heal here.
Just run.
Just a second.
I decided to stay.
Okay, I got the DR now from him, and I got shields hopefully.
Look at that. Even with 50 stacks of necrotic, my divine shield, my divine toll still gave me a shield for like 10k.
There we
It's
go.
awesome.
A little shield. 54 stacks. What is that? Oh, my healing doesn't do anything anymore.
Yeah, now I can't do anything. I gotta run.
Dang.
I guess 50 stacks is technically unhealable, but once you get to like the 35, 40 mark, you're like 80% reduced healing, so it's kind of the same thing. So that's that pull. I did almost 5k HPS. I said it was my bad.
Didn't mean to pull that thing. But obviously it was all part of the plan.
Let's move ahead.
I don't care if you don't have mana, let's go. I was watching. More importantly, I was like watching how he used his cooldowns, and like he just held Divine Toll so much, and I was like, dude, like you gotta press that button, man.
Yeah, I was watching another Prot Paladin do some keys, and I was just like, he just kept holding Divine Toll for kind of like the right moment. And there were multiple times where he held it longer than 1 minute or longer than 40 seconds, which like is just a clear mistake. Like I just cast Divine Toll right here, and it's got 44 seconds left in its cooldown. You need to press it before you get necrotic stacks building up on you.
It's just like, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah. On a tank, there's a tiny bit of like, okay, I get what you're doing. Because in some cases, like,
One really important thing, sorry. When you come through this door, if you have a Venthyr person, you should go to the right. There's an urn up to the right here, and we didn't go do it, and we should have, but we weren't doing like a full organized run. But if you have a Venthyr person, there's like a pack up there. You should run up, get that urn, and pull everything onto that urn to get the buff again. That's really the optimal way to do this dungeon. We just didn't do it that way.
You just need it for a very specific pack.
Yeah, sure. It just was like, he just felt like he held it too much, but yeah.
Yeah, no, you're probably right, but
you really want to kick barbed shackles here. I've said this before in Asango Dust, but if you don't kick barbed shackles, then the fire will come on the ground and it will just kill somebody. Just straight up, somebody will die. So make sure you get barbed shackles, especially as a Prot Paladin running the Captain America build. You have Avengers shields for days. You can just cast them all over the place and you'll keep silencing people over and over and over again. It's amazing. I think somebody else kicked it there for me. Again, we're almost healing for 5k HPS, and we're still doing 7k DPS. Like, I'm not really sacrificing that much damage. I know most Prot Paladins run the Shield of the Righteous legendary that shoots out like a... And you will certainly do more damage if you have that legendary, but I like the Avengers Shield one. It gives you... Avengers Shield gives you damage. It bounces around. It gives you a shield because of the talent, First Avenger. And then it also gives you Holy Power, which gets you to your Word of Glories and your Shield of the Righteouses. Like, it's just really, really strong, in my opinion. I don't think it does that much less damage than the Judgment legendary.
Or I suppose, like, then just, you need to pull so that you can keep using it kind of thing. Like, I got to use it twice in that pack, which is pretty cool.
Divine Toll, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on.
How you feeling there?
So in about 15 seconds here,
we're just gonna not... getting things on this urn is just...
So we're gonna pull more than I'm expecting us to pull in the next couple seconds, but Hero said he had his cooldowns up, so we're gonna go for it.
Yeah,
we're just gonna kill this stuff up here. Do you have cooldowns?
Yeah.
Okay, let's pull more then. Oh wait, let's wait for the patrol, sorry. Patrol's coming.
I didn't want to pull all 6 of them. But then we do anyway.
Okay, we'll just pull it all.
So the decision here was kind of like, okay, Hero said that he had cooldowns rolling. So like, I'm like, okay, well then I guess I should just pull all 6. That's the bottom line. If he says he's got cooldowns going and he's going to be doing a ton of damage, you got to pull for him. It's just what you got to do. I sack him here. Full healed the DK there with 1 Wog. Full healed the Priest right there. Full healed the Rogue right there. I'm doing 5.6k HPS.
Spitefuls, bounce them maybe? Yeah, that's good, that's good. I gotta run.
I got 40 stacks of... I heal Hero again.
Oh, this guy doesn't care.
Some mobs are just big and they ignore CC. So when that's the case, you're kind of in a tough spot. They're going to keep applying Necrotic to you.
Let's focus.
You just touched him!
It's just easier.
That was so good. I was like, I still gotta deal with them. You're just like, bonk.
Sorry for the mic
The
crack
amount
there.
of time I press touch just because I'm annoyed is
Yeah.
like 30%.
That was so funny.
Here, I just
That
wrecked
was
that
a
guy because
great
he was
pull.
he was
That
just
was
all
a-
done
that was
doing that
perfect.
pull.
We saved so much time right there.
So that's what you want to do, right? In higher keys, in particular, you need to save time, and if you have DPS who are really good at AOE, you need to pull for them as a tank. That's your job. It's like the dungeon will live and die by the way that you pull. You need to pull big for all the big AOE people, and then you have to live through it. That's like just the number one job for you. We're gonna go to 1725. This is the next boss fight. This is the hardest part in the entire dungeon for us. It's very, very difficult, and at one point I dropped to like a very low health. We're gonna get there.
Okay, forget about that guy.
Our healer is like not very good, right? So this makes it even more difficult.
I don't know if the guy's got mana, but that is not important to me.
I do not care about your flight.
Heal the priest. This ad needs to die immediately. On higher keys, we've an organized group. You must kill this ad and CC it right away. If you leave it alive, it pulses AoE damage.
Thing's coming. The red thing. We need to kill the little guy, like as soon as he spawns.
I got big heals here. Priest dies. I think the DK does battle res him here. Yeah.
Hold
So
on.
the DK does it once, which is good.
Yeah, so when the ad spawns, kill him right away, or else we're gonna take a lot of damage.
I'm working on it.
We're doing 6.6k HPS.
Oh, I'm so slow from this stupid thing. I got hit by it.
Heal the rogue to almost full. Divine Toll. More heals. Hero to full. 61k. Wog. Look at the shield on me right now. That's all from the Wog that I hit him for. That's like a 6k, 7, 8, 10k shield. I don't even know what it is, but we did a 61k Wog hero. Healed the priest.
I don't know what this healer's doing, but we're making it work.
We're doing 7.5k HPS right now.
This isn't a particularly nice boss.
No.
50k heal on the priest. This is the dicey moment. Oh, I divine shield. Right. Clear my stacks. And just help manage everything. Priest is dead. There goes my health. Look at this. We get to 2850. 2,850 health. We're like a not even a stiff breeze. We're like a light breeze away from dying. I get divine toll.
I went very low right there.
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Ooh, touch.
You see that heal on hero? Let me go back one.
I went
Sorry.
very low right there.
Watch this heal on hero. Watch how low he gets.
Yeah.
He goes down to 1,100 health.
Touch.
Kill the boss, kill the boss.
So we did 7.8k healing on that boss. Not obviously not ideal. You don't want your group to have that for you, but like this is what you're capable of doing.
I went to like 10 health there, I think. I went very low.
Yeah, that's a bit.
That was wild.
You're doing 7.8k.
Yeah. Just a,
I
it's
don't
just
know
a
if this
bunch
DK.
of wogs.
I don't know if this DK's ever been in this dungeon.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm just gonna go look at this really quick
We're
over
giving
here.
These guys a run.
So there's a power in here from this ice guy, right? And
Yeah, I think.
this one here, deal 10% increased damage to targets you successfully interrupt. You got to take that on Paladin. I mean, you should always take it on Prot Paladin anyway, but like, because you're doing the Captain America Avengers Shield build, like you're
Good.
throwing out interrupts all the
That's
time,
funny.
right? I'm gonna skip the Borrelia boss. We're gonna go to the next just really big AOE burst I want to show you with Hero. And then we'll get to the last boss. We're almost there. 20.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-bum.
Big AOE for
Nice
me,
damage,
doing
though.
like 20k. And then Hero goes crazy here.
I expect big things out of you.
All right.
32k. Like his Venthyr Monk's just pumping damage. It's just really good. He does 30k
You,
here.
bounce them all?
I have to run. I have 57 stacks.
Da 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 da. There we go.
Okay, so he does big burst there, and then let's go to 3145. There's another big burst coming here from Hero once
Who's
again. So
putting a
this
circle on
is
the ground?
this is just 2 minutes later. I'm trying to showcase talking about the Venthyr Monk build. It's really good. This is 2 minutes later. He's doing this burst again on less targets.
Oh, it's the Death Knight. He's got a Death's Due. Oh, you just did 30k. Okay, well that takes care of that. Oh my gosh.
That's pretty funny. We're on the last pack, and then we're on the last boss. So 30. Let's go to 3240. Let's start the last boss.
Do it here.
What do we have left?
No.
We don't have last.
That was
don't
the
have-
joke!
We don't even have drums.
Yeah, we have nothing.
There's nothing really crazy about this
I have
last
the
boss,
battle
but I
res,
just want to
okay?
say,
I can't bring drums too. I mean, I could, but
you need to
I'm
take
bad at the drums.
Gloom Squall. I don't know where you guys have your DBM notifications, like showing if you have DBM or if you have something else, but it's over here. You can see this is where my stuff. See Gloom Squall? We got 9 seconds left. You can tell when Gloom Squall is coming, and then you can get ready to press your button. You need to be ready in advance because she jumps really quickly.
Gloom Squall in 6 seconds.
So I'm getting ready. I mouse over the button here, I think. Yep. And then drop it. You got to be that quick, because she just launches really quickly. So that's the only thing really with this boss that you have to worry about as the tank. And we end up pushing through here and getting it done. Where is it? Where's the finish here? Da, 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 da.
Oops.
I forgot it's tyrannical. It lasts a while longer.
I just like zoned.
We get her done. Yeah. So I was looking at Hero's damage. His spinning crane kick was 41% of his
road.
damage almost.
He goes, DK didn't even use his Death and Decay. I go, yeah, he did. He's Night Fae. Said it changes the name. He goes, oh, never mind. He goes, that's dumb. I'm like, why? He hasn't
So-
responded yet.
It's pretty funny. So the rogue was kind of like mad at the DK's damage, and like understandably so. Look at the DK's overall damage. He did 4k overall in the entire dungeon. Obviously, he was new to either this dungeon or he's new to like Mythic Plus in general. He had a really high eye level, but he didn't have a good IO. So it was probably a little sketchy to take this guy in the first place, but you got to give everybody a chance. And he had a couple moments where he was doing decent damage, but ultimately he didn't do very well. And I don't think Night Fae is the most powerful thing to take on Unholy DK anyway. So there you have it. But the bottom line is, don't flame people for that. Just let everybody play. Let me just move over to the game here for a sec to go over the conclusions for the dungeon. Number one, the Holy Shield talent is just like completely mandatory for sure. Wait, let me let my game load here. Go in there. Is it not going to show? Capture this. Go. Done. There we go. So the Holy Shield talent, I've got the over-under right here. Our healing was bonkers. Word of Glory obviously being our biggest heal, and that's because we took this talent, Hand of the Protector, instead of Judgment of Light and Consecrated Ground, we're taking Hand of the Protector. Word of Glory's healing is increased by basically 250%. That's what it's increased on the Paladin. So then we took Holy Shield and First Avenger. So you can see First Avenger is huge, but then we, like, look at all the shields that we have. First Avenger is 18% of a shield. Shielding Words is another 8%, so that's what, 26? Then Accretion is another 7. So that's 33. 30. Wait, 26, 4. 32. I think I'm crazy. 32 plus 6, 38. Blood barrier is 5, so 43. And then 43 plus 6 is 49. Almost 50% of our healing was just shields, which are purely efficient. They're always efficient. So that's one of the greatest things you can bring as a Prot Paladin is all these different shields. But Golden Path, shielding words, man, this is such a good. These are conduits that you can take in here, defensive conduits. They're so incredibly good. Shielding words, those wogs were turning into shields, and like it's just so incredibly strong for keeping yourself alive. You can wog other people and get a heal on yourself. So really mandatory, I think, to take that kind of stuff in this dungeon. I think you need to be carrying this week because under the Necrotic, unfortunately, all the files clearing your debuffs, which is great. And then, yeah, the Holy Shield talent was really great. It gives you just a higher block chance, which reduces all the damage that you take from everybody. So this is what I wanted to talk about today, just with this video. Lots of damage from Kyrian as well because of the Avengers Shield. Look at all the damage we got from Avengers Shield. That's because we're running the Legendary up here. Avenger Shield has a 35% chance to have its cooldown instantly reset when it's used. And then on top of that, obviously we have Divine Toll, which throws out a bunch of other Avengers Shields. But this is just a really fun build. It's the Captain America build. I love it, and it's really good for Mythic Plus. And even on this week, when it's really nasty trying to tank all these dungeons and nobody really wants to do it, you can do it. And you can do it on the Prot Paladin very easily, even though you don't have a chance to dodge, which is arguably because you can just dodge a Necrotic stack easily, right? That's probably a more desirable tank is to have one of the agility tanks who can dodge, but you can do it on Prot Paladin this week, and if you want to, this is an easy formula for how to do it. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.